The biggest suspense so far was whether Dan Rather would let Walter Cronkite in the booth. All the networks combined only had 30% of the entire television audience, which means that 70% of the people were watching something else on independent or cable. This is not a joke there, folks. You know it's still the highlight is watching Peter Jennings slap David Brinkley to keep him awake. Are they voted yet? Oh, there they are. I thought Jesse gave a electrifying speech. I really did. Now, Dukakis speaks tomorrow night. That's like Tony Orlando following Frank Sinatra. Look, I don't take political sides. I'm sure Mr. Dukakis is a nice man, but he is not an inspiring speaker. He once lost a speech contest to an accountant from H&R Block. Jackson was introduced by all of his children. He had all his relatives on stage. The only Jackson who wasn't there was Michael Jackson last night. But Dukakis watched Jesse's speech from the crowd. He was sitting on Lloyd Benson's shoulders. Now, I suppose you're all familiar, maybe you're not. Dukakis and Jackson originally had a little trouble, right? Because apparently Michael Dukakis was late in calling Jesse Jackson and telling him who the vice presidential running mate would be. Dukakis has kind of an unusual telephone policy. So reach out and snub someone. Well, Jesse had a right to be angry. Dukakis called everybody before him. You know, he even called Sonny Bono before he called Jackson. But now that they've patched things up, I understand now Dukakis calls Jackson for everything. Called him today because Dukakis speaks tomorrow night. And he says, Jesse, I'm thinking of wearing a gray suit. What time do you think? That was a call that Dukakis made. Do you realize that I'm dying right now? Look, this is not the convention. This is fun and humor. Should have come out with a placard. Do you realize if Dukakis becomes our next president, our first lady, the couple will be Duke and Kitty? Weren't they the stars on Gunsmoke? Dukakis has all the excitement of a container of yogurt 3 days after the expiration date. Oh, you want a Bush joke? We'll do a Bush joke. They're trying to find a running mate for George Bush. You know, who will kind of go with his personality. And won't upstage him, but Pee Wee Herman was not available. Apparently, Dukakis promised Jackson a role in the administration, and he may throw in soup and a salad with the role. I'd like to take a delicate count on that joke.